We are live, not live, we're recording soon, but hey everybody, my name is Cory Wilson with Live Frederick Sell Frederick Group. And for this month, we have highlighted the amazing Octavo Designs company here in downtown Frederick. So with me is Sue. Sue, take it away. Who are you and what do you do?
Oh, well, I own Octavo Designs, and we've been here for 21 years. So we just turned legal. And so we do we do visual graphics identity work for companies that we like to try to have, so their customers will stop in their tracks and say that I've got to have that. You know, we want to be edgy and have our work be fun, and we're kind of trying to focus towards, the food, beverage industry, hospitality. So,
yeah.
But we do.
Yeah, you guys do a ton. I mean, do you see that you work more with one type of, maybe like, I don't know, do you lean more towards one side of the industry versus the other in terms of like the size of a company? Do you work with all sorts of, do you work with startups? Do you work with more, already, established companies? Like where does your range go?
We typically, we do more in the kind of the startup to the smaller business thing, that we're either trying to help them establish a look, or, a lot of the ones where they did their own and now they're ready for that, put the money in to, look good. So be professional. And so which we enjoy. I love working with the smaller companies. Just that,
why is it that feeling of helping them get off the ground versus someone? Again, I feel like there's more of a connection there, right? Being able to help someone on that journey of getting going.
Exactly, that you're helping them actually create their image, and you're making such an impact. But don't get me wrong, I mean, we'd love to eventually get going to working with some of the bigger businesses too. But I mean, here, it's kind of like that big fish, little fish in a type pond type thing. So yeah, here we're making the big difference. And again, like where we have this sauce client where, and they were a startup and we did the packaging for them, and they were discovered by a producer from Shark Tank online because their packaging looked so good. So, and that's what makes that difference, right? So
that's incredible.
It is. So we're so excited. I hope they're that close to, reaching their dream. So
yeah. And so it's so nice. I mean, you're a part of that. So every time you see that, like you and your team, you've touched that. You've helped bring that to life. So exactly. Sue, take me way back. Take me back before Octavo. Have you always been in Frederick? Where are you from? How'd you get here? If you're not from here, and how did we start Octavo? Give me a timeline here.
Okay, so I could go back to the Stone Ages, and no, actually, so yeah, I was adopted. I was born in Seoul, Korea.
Okay.
Ended up growing up in the Midwest, and we eventually moved to the East Coast, and I, met my significant, husband in college, ended up in Frederick. And when I had graduated, that was back in the days when computers were just starting. Like really just starting. So I got a job with the first desktop publishing company here in Frederick. Okay. They taught me how to use Mac, and just kind of learned a little bit through the signage and print industry. And I eventually opened up Octavo on April Fool's Day in 2000.
No joking there, huh?
Yeah, hey, it's all about the joke for me, right? So but yeah, and I've really enjoyed working in Frederick. It's a great place to have a business, just the location wise, kind of in between DC and Baltimore. So and Frederick has just been a great place to have a business. Even the people here, they always talk about what is about, Frederick's secret sauce, right?
Yeah. So what's your answer to that? What's your answer to that?
Exactly. And it's the people, right? The people here, I think, what makes Frederick so special. I'm in a number of organizations and groups who are very, I think, very giving. We're kind. It's about making Frederick great. So, and I love that. So, and I love being a part of it. So, and that's why at Octavo, we do a lot to try to give back. And to a lot of different organizations, through our service. We do that. We do it through money, through donations. So as well as being on committees and boards and groups I'm definitely big on pushing for minority businesses, and I'm doing work that as well. So that's been big for us.
How do you find the time? You do so much. You're so involved. You give back so much. You run an amazing company, and we know that because, well, not only do I know that because I got to meet you and the team yesterday, or on Monday, but you guys were just celebrated as one of the best places to work in Frederick,
which I am so proud of. Yeah, exactly. So
that's awesome.
I mean, thank you, but I mean, you spend so much of your life at the office, right, at work, and obviously your best asset, for your company is they're your employees, your team. So, I mean, they become your family, right? So, and I love to try and do things to, make it so it's not always so much about work. You want to have fun at work, and we enjoy being together. So.
Yeah, that's great. And when so how much have you grown since you started 21 years ago? I mean, you started just you, and tell me more about the team and where you guys are up to now.
Exactly. So business side, we're doing better. We're growing. I've kind of intentionally kept it small. I enjoy having it being as a design studio, and I enjoy doing creative, fun projects, and instead of kind of always worrying about feeding the machine, right? And but I in the past couple of years, I don't know, sometimes like where you it sounds very woo, but where you kind of throw out that intention, like, I want to do more fun things. I want to work with food, and maybe there's something to it, but it's kind of been going that way, and it's really nice. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. And now, have you guys always been in the location you're in now?
Oh goodness, no. We've kind of hopped around a bit. So I started out in Everett Square, and we've kind of moved around a bit. Just leases end or something, but I've always made it a point that it's always in my businesses in downtown Frederick. We love, not only me but the employees. We love to be able to walk to go for a lunch place, or you go to Starbucks, and it's a great location.
Yeah, the atmosphere in downtown, especially during the workday, is awesome. Being able to walk and kind of touch all the other restaurants, have lunch, and grab coffee, like you said, that's really neat.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
So tell me more about the products that you guys do. I mean, I know I've seen on your website, right? It's the web design, marketing, branding. Can you kind of highlight a little bit more about each one and kind of the importance of each?
Sure. Well, actually, so I started out, I was really more had the print industry background, and print was obviously back in 2000, it was more about print. And is it like 2008 or so? I ended up buying a business, Gecko Graphics, so their specialty was websites.
Okay.
And just because I knew that it was, by that point, the website was as important, right, as your business card. I mean, that's how people were they're finding you, just through business. So we added that to kind of like our portfolio for offerings of services. So that was, and it's kind of like the full package. So then you can do the logo, stationery, the website, all of that. We do, as well as we do exhibits and anything electronic. And actually, really, our latest thing we've been doing and enjoying to go with the websites is we're doing these kind of custom Canva templates, which as it kind of goes with our WordPress website. So we kind of create the design, but then the client can then hit the ball and move forward and do things on their own. So they'll always come back to us for design, but then this enables them to be able to go and do their social media themselves. But it's branded to their look, and then hopefully staying within that look and that, like,
Yeah,
keeping that professional image,
for
right?
sure.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of been a big boon for us lately.
I love that. How important is branding to just
Oh,
every company? I mean, how important is it to have the right branding presence out there?
it's so important because so many people that are thinking, and it's even, oh goodness, they're going for Fiverr or the 99 design logos and things like that. It's
Yeah, it looks so good. Yeah,
I know, woohoo! But
yeah,
I mean, that's so you got to be thinking about your branding, your logo, and everything. I mean, that's what you're doing is you're creating the foundation of your business, right? So that logo, everything, that's so important, and you really can't chintz on that. So when you're that, even like with the website and everything, that's people aren't like meeting you; they're coming to your website, and that's the first thing they're going to see, right? So that's important to snag them, and they really need that professional image because uh, or else they're not going to view that you're real.
yeah.
I mean, perception is a lot, and so many of our clients, and they're still working out of their garage or their homes or whatever, but then they get comments like, "Oh wow, I thought that you were so much bigger," and that's what you need.
No,
You
this
need
is my
that
garage.
perception of
This,
being
yeah,
real,
yeah, yeah,
especially and now, right, with COVID and everything, everyone's so many people are just
yeah.
now thinking now's the time to start my own business. And even though you're existing on Zoom calls and stuff like that, but you still need that professional image.
Yeah. How did you guys handle COVID? I mean, it's impacted so many people. How well were you guys able to pivot, and especially to that online presence? Like you said, a lot of companies needed it. Did you see an influx in inquiries? Did you see more people reaching out?
Well,
Yeah.
so yeah, I confess, my business definitely went down. I mean, unfortunately, yeah, I had some of our clients have troubles getting it through because of the closures and the shutdown. But um, I don't know if you know much of, if we want to talk about a little about COVID, is so everything shut down, and so we created this campaign of this Nom for Good, because my worry was that with all these restaurants shutting down, is so with all these people, what were they going to come back to? If our businesses didn't stay in business, the employees weren't going to have jobs to go back to. So we came up with this Nom for Good, where we created these t-shirts, and then they're in the beer glasses, and we sold them online, and we raised money, and we were able to raise over $9,000
That's
to that.
awesome.
I was able to write out to our area bars and restaurants, which was the best feeling. And so then being able to write those out, and then it was funny that it was the little mom and pop shop ones they actually called or wrote thank you notes. So I
That's
love that.
amazing.
And right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I just totally got lost on sorry that vein, and I've forgotten totally what we were talking about. So I apologize. What was my? It's called getting old, right?
Yeah. No, not even close.
Okay.
But no, it's so good to kind of see, I mean, a lot of people talk about taking action, but you did, and you're able to
Yeah.
help any way you could. And that's so awesome. That's
Oh,
to
so
make
yeah.
such a
So
big
back to
impact.
right. So now, but that the I think people are fine. So they discovered that they didn't want to go back to work. A lot of people, right, during COVID. So I've definitely been finding in the past few months a lot more people wanting to do startups. So I'm doing a lot of proposals and things for that, which is, I mean, it's
Yeah.
fun to see. Yeah, people
It's
kind of
crazy.
going for their
I saw
dreams.
some wild stats not too long ago about the amount of people quitting and
Hmm.
and wanting to take a chance and
Yep.
wanting to go for it.
Right.
And again, it just comes back to the branding and the message that you give, and you guys
Yes.
being able to help them deliver that.
Right. Right. So and I love that. I mean, truly helping somebody, create their dream, go and live it. Uh, Even some are like small businesses, when they're able to get their business up. I mean, nothing feels better, right?
Yeah.
This is when they succeed. Or the other fun part I love to do is just networking them. When I see my clients working together, that's awesome. So yeah,
And what a place to start up too, in a place like Frederick where people care. You're not a
exactly.
number. Like it's such a tight community. And
Right.
there's just so much support. And you saw it so much, especially during COVID. And you just touched on it a little bit, but you guys were able to do. So many people just stepped up. They kept ordering,
Yes.
they kept shopping online,
Mhm.
but anything to help the shops and help, our community. And it was shocking to see. It was amazing. I mean, we talked about community, but you felt it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's still fun to even see people wearing those shirts today. Every so often I'm like, yes, that's great.
Love that. Did you guys do the Frederick Strong? I
Yes,
thought, yeah,
yes,
that was awesome
exactly.
campaign as well.
Again, but it was all about what can we do to help Frederick.
Yeah.
Survive it, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's
I know when I was there, we talked about kind of where we get our business, and a lot of it was word of mouth. Do you see a lot of people outside of Frederick coming to Octavo as well?
We do. So,
Yeah.
so word of mouth is a chunk, but then the other chunk again is like the website, Google. We get quite a bit of business that way. So, and as well as referrals, then like I said, this one company with the Shark Tank thing that I'm bringing business in to Frederick from other areas. So we are pulling in business from other portions of Maryland and as well as out of state, which is great.
That's awesome. Putting Frederick on the map, Sue. I love it. Has the episode on Shark Tank aired yet?
No, it's they put in their application.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll be hearing soon, but I really hope
awesome.
for them.
Yeah. What a cool feeling to see your product there. Something not your product, but what you've helped bring awareness to.
I know.
Is exciting.
I can't wait.
Well, keep me posted and keep us posted on that. That's really, really neat. And I'm sure you'll post something online too, if it goes
we sure
through.
Will.
Yeah.
That, and actually our other client that we just recently got, that so he's actually been on the Food Network a few times.
Okay.
But he's put the show that's on right now, he's a judge for, and he's on it's Duff versus Buddy.
Yeah.
But so he's a baker. So we're doing these packaging for his cake jars. So,
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, Mr. Bake?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, he's a judge, but he's actually been on some of the other shows. I think he's like been against Bobby Flay and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, we're loving the food and the packaging. So definitely.
Awesome. Well, Sue, how can people find you right now if they wanted to reach out and have any, if they wanted to do they're looking to do their own startup, or they're looking for web design or package design or branding, how can they find you? How can they get a hold of you?
Sure. They can either reach me through like our website. So it's www and then it's 8VO, the number 8, V as in Victor, O as in Oscar, designs.com. That or is it? I give a phone number?
Sure. Yeah.
This is so blatantly.
Well, the phone number is probably going to be on the Google site there too.
Yes,
so.
There will be. Our phone's there too. So yeah, we'd love to help anyone or answer questions, help anyone out.
I love it. And I love that you said dub. You are so much cooler than me. I go straight to www. So I'm definitely going to adopt the dub.
Okay. It's even to the point like people don't even say that anymore, right?
Yeah, just cut it out. It's a shame,
right?
Because dub's cool.
And I'm old. Okay, well, good.
Well, you're younger than me with since I say W. So, well, I appreciate you. I think you're such a gem here in Frederick, and I was so great getting to know you better and meet you, and I'm blessed to be able to know you now as well, and I think the community is blessed to have you a part of it. So thank you so much for everything you do, and I look forward to working with you in the future as well.
Yeah, me too, and thanks for doing all this. Is really nice.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I appreciate you, Sue, and we'll be in touch. Have a good one.
All right, thank you. Bye.